Hi everybody and welcome back to Sit and Knit for a Bit, Spring Edition with Arne and Carlos. And we are as always your hosts.
Arne and Carlos.
And we're back with the final episode of our spring podcast. We've been popping in every day for 5 minutes to entertain you and make sure that you have enjoyed, that you enjoy a little time with us, so you can sit and knit and hang out. You know what, Arne? There was something that was asked in the first episode, and I kind of forgot about it until suddenly I remembered it right now.
What was that?
A lot of people wanted my recipe for the vegan meatballs that I was cooking. Yeah, that's true. So what has been really cool about Norway in the past years is that nowadays you can get a lot of very interesting food in the supermarket. And the vegan meatballs that we do here, I actually buy them ready-made. They come in a package. Because you know what, my grandmother used to do it too. She used to take the meatballs out of the freezer. They were ready-made. Yeah. She said that she didn't have time to sit or stand and roll these meatballs with her hands, with her own bare hands. But you do that sometimes. I do, yeah. When I do meatballs from scratch, I do it with my own bare hands. And usually we don't eat that much red meat, so usually I do them with chicken, so chicken meatballs. But nowadays you get these delicious vegan meatballs at the supermarket.
They're really good.
Yeah, they're infused with umami. Umami is a flavor.
Japanese.
Yeah, well, it's a specific flavor in your senses, and it's infused with some smoked water or something really bizarre. But they taste amazing.
It's good.
So, but anyway, now you know that the recipe is pretty much you put on your clothes, you get in your car, you drive to the supermarket, and hope that they have the Vego meatballs in the vegetarian or vegan shop.
It's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
So, and now you also know a lot about what to do during Easter. I think we've gone through the most important things now.
Yeah. Would you say Norwegians are a little bit strange?
I think we are very strange. This is something I've been thinking about a lot because, we go and we freeze the whole winter. We complain it's too dark, too slippery. There's always something to complain about.
Cold,
and then the
miserable.
cold and miserable. And then when there's the first sign of spring, then
Which is now.
Yeah, like now. Then everybody want to move up to the mountains just to freeze more and go to the outdoor toilet. Carry water.
Oh yeah, carry water and dig out the outdoor toilet as well.
But then they don't complain. Then it's fine.
Yeah, but they're on vacation.
Do you understand this?
No, I agree. Norwegians are very strange people.
Yeah. When we went to the out farm and with my friends during Easter, with my grandparents mostly,
so your grandparents celebrate Easter in the out farm?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
They were skiing down, especially
Well, you have to. There's no way.
You had to go skiing and. We had to pick up water and we had to walk for 500, not so much, 500 meters maybe, but then you had to dig down maybe 2 meters
to get to the well.
Yeah, and we had this staur, what's that?
A big
a pole. So just to know where it was, and then you had to remember.
Oh, so the pole was sticking out of the snow.
The pole was sticking up of the snow, and then you had to remember on which side of that pole you had to dig. If you started on the wrong side, you could dig down to the ground and there was no water.
Yeah.
So, and then we made stairs in the snow so you could walk down to the water.
Wow, cool. So question, because I've never done it. I mean, I've been to your family's out farm countless times, but we've always gone in summer and we've always driven all the way.
We've been there once in Easter, remember? The kids were jumping, ski jump.
Yeah, but that was the other outhouse.
And that
out
was
farm,
the other
sorry.
one.
The one that is near the road.
Oh yeah, we never.
But to go to Mjødokken.
Yeah, you never be there in the winter.
No, never. And my question is, because from the main road until you get there is quite far, huh?
It's
how long would the skiing trip be if you got on your skis?
We went there Easter. We went there. We started around 8-9 maybe in the morning, and we arrived around midnight. No, after midnight.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's a pretty long.
That's a long trip.
And you're carrying all the stuff, all the food.
We had to carry everything because this was something very impulsive. If we had thought about it, we could probably have brought in some food during the autumn, the fall. You could bring hermetic.
But then you're still
food
planning 6 months in advance.
No, we don't do that.
No, you didn't. But if you would have, you could still not say, oh, we'll go next week, or you couldn't have said we'll go in a month.
No.
You would have had to plan this already in October.
You had to plan it in October, but we were like, a week before we decided, let's go into the out farm and celebrate New Year. So it wasn't planned, and then we had to have this sledge that you put on yourself, so you pull the food.
Oh yeah.
And you had to bring a lot because it's too long to go back. To
yeah.
get more.
But you were a big group, weren't you? Like 10 friends or something. So everybody brought a little, and it was okay.
Yeah, we were quite a few people, so we all had a lot of things to carry. And that was the first time I was on that out farm in winter, and there are like tourist places not far from there. And I remember there was a German couple. So one night there was people knocking on the door, and there was a German couple who came, and they came from another tourist place far away, and they had got lost in the middle of the night.
Oh, they were lucky to find you guys.
So we let them in, so they had like food and stuff. It's not like no, we had no space for you. No.
Oh, you don't
do that in the mountains.
No, never.
And then I think people were looking for them, so they were picked up.
Yeah, and that's exactly that's one of the unwritten rules. It's not part of the Norwegian mountain code, the Fjellvettregler, but you don't turn anyone away.
Well, no.
So if somebody gets lost and they suddenly find their way into your very remote cabin, you don't turn them away. And also, it was the same with Besseggen. Even if there were like 800 kids staying at that hotel, they would have never turned us away because the whole thing was run by the Hytteföreningen or whatever.
The cottage.
The tourist association or whatever.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't have turned us down. Actually, while we're talking about that, maybe we'll do the Fjellvettregel, the last one.
Yeah, the one I almost said yesterday.
Yeah, you did. A little spoiler, but it's okay.
Yeah, because they have changed it.
Yeah.
So the last one.
The last Fjellvettregel is actually connected to this, to what Arne was explaining about the Germans. Spar på kräftorna och sök ly om nödvändigt.
Yeah, conserve your energy and seek shelter if necessary. And that was what these two Germans did.
Yeah.
But I think in the old days this was just graden ner i tiden.
Yeah.
Something like
bury yourself in time. But pretty much get into shelter in time. And a lot of times, if you need something for the wind and maybe create something with the snow where it will stay a little bit warmer.
Is you dig yourself like a cave or something and wait. Oof, that's terrible. I'm not going out like that.
Well, I have to say those Germans were very lucky that they
were
found
lucky.
you guys.
I remember the girl was very afraid. She was almost crying when we took her in. That was scary. Actually.
Yeah, I'm glad you did the right thing and took her in.
Well, you had.
Okay.
I was joking.
Yeah.
We always do that. It's like no.
Okay, so to summarize the whole Easter experience that we've been talking about for the last 10 days, we're talking cabins, and we're talking about you need an attire. I mean, we are dressed as garden gnomes, but
we have the rights.
But it is the correct attire, except we're not wearing pants. Well, we are, but not real pants. If we were, they could have been the knickers, right?
Yeah.
Or the knickerbockers.
The pantalon de Norvège.
Yeah, that would reach your knee, and then you'd have some knitted stockings. But that would be mainly if you have a cottage and you want to show that you are a little posh. Us locals,
or if you're really old-fashioned, but then you have like older stuff.
Yeah, but us locals, we tend to just wear normal pants, except when we're in Zoom meetings, and then we wear no pants.
So, and you need something windproof.
Yeah, something. So that's your attire, and then you've got all the other things that you do for Easter. You hang out in your cabin, you spend time with your family, you do quiz, you do Norwegian crime, you read Norwegian crime stories, and you watch the crime things on TV.
Yeah. Games.
You play games. Your cabin is very simple, and then you spend most of the days outdoors. Remember sunscreen, very important.
Yes.
And you're skiing. You're eating oranges, drinking hot cocoa, and having this delicious chocolate like this one here.
And we're not sponsored.
No, we're not sponsored by them, but it's just.
But that's the one you eat.
This is the main chocolate that everybody has. And that is pretty much a Norwegian Easter.
Yeah, and that's what I think we're going to do most of these things.
Yeah. And then we've got the traditional stuff with the eggs as well. And we haven't actually showed you our collection of Fabergé eggs because we have a stunning, we're collectors.
Yeah, we collect Fabergé eggs.
And we have a stunning collection of Fabergé eggs. And you may know the Fabergé eggs. They were the ones that the emperor gave to the Empress of Russia, Emperor Nikolai II. Mm-hmm. And actually his father gave them as well to Empress Maria Fyodorovna, and then Emperor Nikolai gave them to Alexandra.
And
they were made with beautiful diamonds and enamel,
gold.
And they were very gorgeous. And we have actually been very lucky to be able to amass a collection of Fabergé eggs of our own. And we thought we'd show you a few of the very precious ones.
They're actually being behind us all the time.
Yeah. So
it's like this.
Our Fabergé eggs are made of tin, though.
They're more simple.
They're more simple, and they have a little decoration inside as well. And they come from Denmark.
Yeah, they're so cute. They're a lot of inspiration.
It's a chocolate brand in Denmark called, I think it's Mikkelsen.
I don't know.
And for many years we would buy these with chocolate. And then we'd eat the chocolate and then we'd save them. And they're the best Easter eggs ever. Now...
Not much gold or diamonds.
Yeah, no. They're made of metal. And unfortunately, we've had many disappointed nieces and nephews who have come here, taken these eggs, eaten all the chocolate and believed they could take them home. But no.
That ain't gonna happen.
That ain't gonna happen.
Because these are precious. Look at this one. This is so beautiful. So this is our Fabergé egg. We haven't filled them with sweets this year. We still have time.
Yeah.
Can you? Is there something? No. Oh, there's something in this one.
Ooh, what can it be?
No, Did I actually take the one?
I don't know. I mean, what can?
I think it's the egg inside. But it is.
Oh wow!
How could that happen? You're impressed.
Well. I told you I was going to be the best one in the end. We're very competitive. We have had a competition.
I think you're good. That's why you said we should talk about the Fabergé egg, because I could never see it if you haven't said that.
I knew that if we started talking about the eggs, you would actually start grabbing them, and since I opened one, I knew psychologically that you would do the same.
Yeah, and this is inspired of the Fabergé egg.
Yeah. And here's another one.
Yeah.
Empty.
And look at this egg. This egg is what is it called? We called it germinate because that's what we hope those peas we planted will do.
Yeah, and all the other stuff.
So we're having to come up with a name.
We've also planted a lot of vegetables like broccolini and other kinds of delicious things.
But we haven't finished it yet. We just want to show you how it looks. So, like when you knit it, it looks like this. And then you have to start to put on the other colors with duplicate stitches. So the pink, and then you put on the white. Mm-hmm. So that's how it should look when it's finished. So now you see how it came out. So we have to finish this one.
Yeah, very lovely egg.
I think this one is quite nice, actually.
Yeah, egg number 12, germinate. This actually concludes the revelation of our eggs. And we needed a little knitting tip for today, the final knitting tip.
Oh, what should that be?
What is that going to be?
What should that be? Oh, I think like if one good thing is that if you knit like we do, and if there's a lot of patterns, like if you constantly throw in one color, you can lose the tension so easily. So what I do if I have a lot of the same, like in the pattern going around and around, I like to switch. So I like for one round I can put, say, the white on the finger and throw in the black one. But then on the next round I would put the black on the finger and throw in the white one. Because this way I don't lose control of the tension. It's really good if you do patterns with like one stitch in each color. Like sometimes if there's a mitten, like in the palm of the hand, it can easily, like one of the colors can disappear if you constantly throw one color. So I like to try it and you will see it works.
Yeah, sounds
That's
like
a tip.
Great tip. So Arne, that actually concludes the revelation of 12 Easter eggs. We've got our seasonal branches behind us.
They're actually starting to. They have this pollen thing.
Yeah. And we're gonna put the final one. I'm gonna hang it up, even if it's not ready. We're gonna hang that one up, the final egg. Put it there. And our little seasonal branch thing with Easter eggs is done. All we've done is actually gone out, gotten some branches, put them in a vase, and that's enough.
Yeah.
And yeah, spring is here. Easter is just around the corner. And we are going to be having a lot of fun in the snow, for sure.
We will have we will do a lot of reading.
And lots of candy from these eggs. We're not going to have much family coming this year due to the situation with the pandemic, which is the only sad thing. But we will make sure to keep ourselves entertained with our quizzes, our board games, our, trips down with the dogs on the skis.
Yeah, and we can always do some spring cleaning.
We can always,
that never stops.
Well, yeah.
There was an avalanche up there again this morning.
And that's the thing. As soon as this camera stops, the little Norwegian gnomes are actually gonna take off their Norwegian gnome costumes. They're gonna put on their real workwear and aprons and stuff, and they're gonna go and start cleaning the big mess that we have made these days.
It's very messy.
Anyway, we hope you have enjoyed our 12 days of spring. We still have a competition going. This is the final episode. Today's Sunday. So tomorrow and Tuesday, you're going to get a break from us. There's not going to be anything with us. Wednesday, we're only coming in quickly to announce the winner of the competition and also to announce the prize. So you don't want to miss that. And oh, by the way, Arne, I have to say, I'm feeling a little bit jet lagged today.
Jet lag? Why?
Well, we went into summertime.
But that's why. That's why, because it was something strange this morning.
I'm realizing that it's 1 hour later.
Yeah.
Outside. What I mean is, it's the same hour, but it looks like it's 1 hour later outside. You know what I mean?
It's very. I think it's a bit confusing sometimes, especially now because, like, suddenly the how is it again? It's like it's getting lighter and lighter in the morning.
Yeah.
No, in the evening. That's what.
And in the morning.
Yeah, but that troubles me the evenings because it's getting the sun is setting later. Yeah. And suddenly you move that watch towards
it's
summer.
kind of,
So it's kind of, how is it?
You go once, you get an extra. You
get an extra.
You get an hour less. Because you've just moved the clock forward an hour, and it gets lighter later, and you really can feel the change now. And I just realized that we'd gone into summertime just now.
It was very strange in the autumn also, because then I was very confused because we haven't been home for a long time.
But remember, in the old days, they make a big deal out of this, and everybody would remember to set their clocks back. But nowadays, if you have a smartphone or a computer, it's done automatically.
Yeah, you can see it on the clocks.
Yeah, but I can see it on the oven. That's kind of like when I realized that no, that's not the time. It cannot be. And then I realized we are in summertime now, which means that we're back in tune with the U.S. again. The U.S. went to
it's late. It's much more light in the evening, and it's darker in the morning. And
it gets light in the morning too because the days are getting longer.
Yeah, after a while. Yeah, but not the first days.
Anyway, we've just caught up with the U.S. and Canada or North America. They went on to summertime 2 weeks ago.
But I heard now in Europe they discussed this, and they might stop it.
Yeah.
And just keep one time.
And then they'll keep winter time, which is the more logical. Time. Yeah, it is. Yes. Anyway, it's been a pleasure doing this. Yeah, we're digressing again. It's been a pleasure hosting you for 12 days. We hope you have enjoyed it. Remember to continue posting images and tagging them with Arne Carlos and Sit and Knit for a Bit. You can do so both on Instagram and on Facebook. Yeah. On Wednesday, we'll be back. We'll tell you which of the two random ones was selected, from where we will select the winner. If it will either be Instagram or Facebook. And then we are going to announce a winner who is also going to be randomly selected.
Yeah.
So formalities, the last time we do it.
Remember to subscribe and put on your notification and engage.
Yes, by clicking like and
comments and posting pictures.
Yeah, so this is the last time you'll see us dressed as gnomes in our spring podcast.
We'll probably wear them again later.
Maybe some other time. It's been a pleasure having you here, and we hope you have enjoyed this, and we hope that you will continue tuning in every week on Wednesdays for Sit and Knit for a Bit, and then on Sundays for regular tutorials. Yeah. It's been a pleasure, it's been delightful, and now time to put some pants on and make dinner.
Yeah, and I just recognize that Pong Pong Chickens has grown, or there's more of them.
Yeah,
what
they're multiplying.
They're multiplying, that's the word.
Yeah.
The chicken are multiplying.
Yes.
Okay.
So thank you so much for watching, and see you again on Wednesday. Bye.